Welcome back, everybody. JumpX podcast, episode number 49, 1 off 50. So we're getting there. We're definitely getting up there. Today's a bit of a mixed bag, would you say, in terms of the topics?
Yeah, no, 100%. Bunch of random stuff we need to talk about. Um, and yeah, should be interesting nonetheless. Quicker podcast today because we're short on time, but let's get this going. So before we jump into it, actually, if you guys are looking for training, click the link in our Instagram bio. You can apply for training there. All right. But without further ado, let's jump into the podcast. So first topic we have is we're actually doing a dunk show next Wednesday.
Yep.
So this is like an annual thing, and this is at Tom's old high school. We did this last year. A lot of fun.
With
Pretty
Nathan.
cool experience. Yeah, Nathan Dunks came over from the UK and spent a week with us, stayed at my place. We did the dunk show with him. It was just you, myself, and Nathan, right?
Yep.
Tom?
Yep.
Yeah, so it's just us three, but JumpX is expanded a lot. So we have two of our existing athletes that are going to do the show with us, Mr. Sam Thornley and Harrison Bond, which will be
Yeah.
exciting as well. So
Because, in the first year we did it, it was just Nick and myself, and we were cooked by the end. We actually had to call over like the year 12, or what do they call it in America? What's year 12 called in America? Seniors?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we had to call them over, and some of those ones that play basketball, we called them over to dunk. Luckily, that year group was like very good at basketball. So shout out Tom Jerovich. He came over, did like some 360s and stuff. Year after that was the one you were in with Nathan. Nick wasn't there that year, but even then, I was getting tired at the end. Like I know Nathan died like very early, and you and I kind of were dying
I was
towards.
fine. I feel like I could get going.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. You didn't have to carry the show then.
I think it's because of how much caffeine I actually took on that day,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
which
Yeah.
was an absurd amount.
Did we
Plus
try?
adrenaline. Hey?
We trained after as well, didn't we? No, we didn't. I went back to yours with like my girlfriend, Hayden, Nathan, and someone else. And then you went to Revo because you had a client. You had to go straight to fucking Revo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I feel
I
like
remember.
I feel like I definitely need to train this week after.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Just like a little session. Just
No, just hit a full body upper and lower, and then rest Thursday, Friday.
yeah. Yeah. You should do
Yeah, but
Saturday as well, surely.
what did you say?
You should jump well the Saturday after, I think.
Oh, I think I'm gonna have to have a short session because the Wednesday session will be so big that Saturday session is gonna have to be very short. Otherwise, I'm gonna have knee pain and bad DOMs entering my new cycle, which I don't want. So yeah. So there you go, guys. You got to think ahead. But yeah, that's very exciting, and hopefully we get some good footage there. It's a little bit iffy filming there as well because I'm not allowed to get the kids and stuff in the background.
It's
Um,
very weird with the rules in regards to
yeah,
that. And they always, I swear they change every year, like what they say is fine, what they say is not fine.
yeah.
So we'll see.
So if you guys see footage, we're allowed to film. But if you guys don't see footage, then you know what happened.
It happens. Those are
Yeah. So that's gonna be my second session in the Victory insoles as well.
third.
Third, actually. Yeah, you're right. Third, because I'm jumping in them this weekend too. So that should be interesting. Had one session in them so far. Um, I know they've been going off on social media a lot recently.
Yeah, they have. Hey,
A
they've
lot of
been.
marketing. Mac McClung has endorsed them. A lot of dunkers have endorsed them, but it's kind of like I'm pretty sure they all got sent them for free, all got paid as well. So, uh, like I bought these with my own money, and they were like $330 AUD, which is crazy for
Yes,
insole.
you could buy a new pair of shoes for that.
Yeah, no, definitely. So crazy expensive, but we'll see. I'm gonna give them 4 to 5 sessions.
My
To rate.
weights came.
Hey,
My weights came.
your weights.
Yeah, my wave weights.
Oh, your weights. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah,
weights.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I did that. Yeah, the purple ones. You
And
got
I
the
wore
hot
them.
ones though.
Yeah, I got purple ones. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's actually a good point. So I kind of expect them to work like the way the Wades, because the way the Wade tens, not other models, but the tens have full length, like a full length carbon fiber plate through it, which like it definitely helps in terms of bounce, like the way the Wade tens are the bounce issues I've ever used. So
they only have one issue though, which you've rectified by wearing your Jordan
yeah,
37.
I'm the only one that had that issue though, and I feel like I'm just must be the colorway because everyone else is like, yeah, the traction's god
You
tier.
might have just got like a dodgy pair of shoes. Like honestly,
Maybe it's literally just the traction and the hill for me, but for you, you have no problems.
hit under both the first session I wore them.
Yeah,
That's the
like
main. Yeah,
everything else about the shoes is good. It's just the traction for me. So I just feel like it must have just been the color I got.
yeah, yeah. Because I wore them on the courts near me because I went and watched my cousin's basketball game, and I was like, I'll wear them in just see what they feel like on the court, and they felt like they were glued to the
Yeah,
court. Crazy, bro. I'm so
that's
keen.
so weird because I just never had that. It has to be the color I had. So I got the white with the yellow bottom,
And purple, right? So I had purple on it.
maybe at the top, but
Yeah,
uh, no, I got them here. I can't remember what they're called. They're called like Sunrise or something.
yeah. I
But
think.
I'm actually like tempted to get another pair
Oh no,
just to
get the
like
11s, bro. Get the 11s. They coming out. I think they're coming out with 11s.
really
I'm pretty
when
sure. I swear I saw something to do with 11s.
we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll do that. But like literally, I'm the only person. Like everyone else that has tried them has had the exact opposite reaction. So
Like all the people that are like shoe fanatics are probably listening to this, cringing. They're like, what the fuck are they talking about? Like they're not using the correct terms and stuff. Sorry,
yeah, but
got a bit more than I do though. So
yeah, like the 4 foot traction was good. It's just when you jump 2 feet, you need heel traction as well.
yeah,
Like
well,
that's very important if you jump 2 feet. Like if you jump 1 foot, it's
doesn't matter.
not as much, right? But it's like for 2 foot, you need that heel traction because of your plant foot.
Hmm.
That's literally the issue I had. It's just the heel traction, but
So weird though that you're the only one who's had that. Like I don't think when you asked on your story and you made the post about it, no one agreed. Like no one said, "Oh yeah, I've had the same thing."
I only know one other person that got my colorway though,
Who was it?
and uh what's his name? He was a pro dunker. He was at dunk camp. Um,
Chris
I'm
Bell?
blanking his name. Hey,
Chris Bell?
no. He was watching us dunk. Doesn't matter. But anyways, there was only one other person at
Yeah.
dunk camp that had that color, and I was talking to Shankar about the rim reviews, and he was saying that yeah, my colorway is probably the worst in terms of traction. So,
That's so
but
weird that the colorways make the traction different.
it is kind of shit. But also, the shoes you tried, Tom, they were already broken in because they were Eddies, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So you got in there now already like immediately broken in. So because I know they do take a little bit to break in the way weights as well because of the carbon fiber and the traction as well. So you're kind of lucky that you just got a broken in pair like straight away. So I think that helps a lot. So you might experience with your new pair like the break-in period as well. So it might not feel like as good straight away.
Well, that's alright. I'd rather it feel worse on Saturday than better on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Guess I have
Yeah.
to have a 6 hour jump session, bro, just to break them in.
Yeah. No. Exactly.
That's all.
Exactly. Exactly. all right. So I put out a post. I put out a thread. I'm posting on threads a lot more recently. Just posting thoughts and stuff. And basically, what the thread said. I'll read it to you guys. So like the more experienced I become as a coach, uh, the more and more I come back to the basics and realize shit doesn't need to be as complex as people make it out to be. Executing the simple things well to a high level is where all the results are. That's it,
Facts.
right? It's like Yeah, it's just the more you learn, the more and more you just realize like how simple stuff needs to be, and even in terms of progression, you know.
Hmm.
So it's kind of like you put out a thing on your story recently about kind of like a sort of similar topic. It was like a graph, right?
Oh, Dunning-Kruger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
elaborate on that.
So basically, the Dunning-Kruger effect is when you start an area of expertise. Basically, the graph is here, and the graph is like it's like confidence, and then the other axis is your actual knowledge, or something like that. So basically, as time goes on, you start here. The first maybe like year of your experience, your confidence is like up here, but your knowledge isn't very far along this part of the graph. But as your knowledge goes along here, what actually happens to your confidence is it goes down all the way there. And you hit like this low point where you're like, you know a lot, but you feel like you know absolute fuck all. Um, but a lot of people get stuck at this top bit when they first start out. They're like, oh, fuck, I know everything to do with, whatever they're studying or, learning about. And then they hit that bottom point, and then after that, it just steadily goes up, as the years go on. So most good coaches are obviously at this point here. But a lot of these Instagram coaches that have been training vertical for like 6 months, they're at this top point here. And
You know, it's funny. Like, uh, you know, like I hope some of you guys know. Do you know Will Rattel, Tom?
Wilbert, no, I don't think so. Maybe.
So you don't follow him?
I don't think I've ever.
He's been on the Jacked Athlete podcast.
Yeah.
Do you know that podcast?
Yeah, yeah, I know Jack's athlete.
Yeah, Jake Tura, right?
Mhm.
So they've done podcasts together, and this is so funny. This is where he talks about like low IQ trainers and people, like what you're talking about that first 6 months where you feel like you know everything. You know, that's almost like a low IQ like trainer,
Well,
right? Because that's
yeah.
where you just like you just you know all the surface level shit, and you think you know everything. So it's like, oh yeah, optimal power training is done at between 60% and like 80% of your 1RM, like
Cool, man.
like all that sort of all those little specific
Yeah, that's sick, man.
things, you know what I'm talking about.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, like all that kind of shit.
Wait,
You
is that
know,
what he was saying on the podcast? Like pretty much the same
yeah,
thing.
yeah, like oh yeah, French contrast is like best thing ever.
No, it's like you're a first year uni student, your university, college, whatever you guys want to call it, and you've learned like all the definitions from the textbook, but you just don't know how to put it into practice. You're like, I know what French contrast is, you know, I know what periodization is, but like in practice, I don't actually know how to like use it, right?
Exactly. It's like you and I both know if if the program's going to get you stronger, then it's an effective program.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's
Well,
not
it's
if
just what you're saying.
hey,
It's like what you were saying before, just like things are generally a lot simpler than you think. And it's always, unfortunately, it is always the guys that are new to jump training that are doing the most complex training compared to the guys that are like very advanced. They're doing the simple stuff. Where in reality, if it was to be swapped, it probably would be better off anyway.
yeah,
You shouldn't be fucking doing all this weird shit when you can't even back squat one time use your body weight. Like, what are you doing, bro?
yeah, it's kind of like that's where I think things like doing like lighter squats now with like bands and shit at like 60% of 1RM. Like, the fuck's the point in that? You know,
Yeah.
like,
Just, it's very
like
edgy.
it's not like
Oh, shit.
it's not shit, but it's like there's so much better, more effective things you can do than that.
I,
You know,
I'm, I'd be more likely to use that for an actual like strength athlete, like a power lifter, than ever use it for a jumping athlete, the banded stuff.
yeah,
Because like when you're a jumper, right? This what I don't know who, I think it was I don't know who we're talking to, but it was one of the podcasts we're talking about, and we were saying like how strong is too strong or something like that, and we all kind of came to the agreement like if you're a jumping athlete and you're a dunker basketball player, you're never ever gonna reach like even 90% of your body's max strength potential because you're jumping, 2, 3 times a week. You're doing sprints. You're doing plyos. Strength isn't like really ever your main focus. So how do you expect that you're going to reach your genetic potential if you're not training exactly like that? So you like, there's no point of worrying. Oh fuck, I'm too strong now. Oh, I'm squatting 200 for 6 reps. Shit. Oops, got too strong. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like for you at the moment, like you're squatting like 190, right?
Yeah, but no, but it's like people go, fuck, you squat 190. That's really strong, man. But I'm like, bro,
But let's say,
if I'm squatting 210 at the same body weight, I'd be jumping like an inch higher. I just know I would.
yeah, that's what I was gonna get at. Like, you don't need to really do anything like crazy fancy or like different. You just need to keep doing what you're doing and just be patient, and then realize that the rate of which you're going to see results is going to be extremely slow now because you're kind of at the not the end, but like you're closer to the end
Yeah,
than you ever have been in terms of your genetic potential.
you know what's
So it's
fuck?
like 1 inch a year.
That's good.
That's good, right?
1 inch is huge, man. 1 inch
Like
is
some people would be like, "Oh, you're squatting 190 and you're jumping 47 inches. Oh, now you need to just like
get more
make,
power.
maintain strength and just do like more power and sprints and shit like that." But it's like, you can only do that for like so long, like before that plateaus even quicker, you know?
Yeah, man.
So,
Bro, I don't. It sounds fucked, but 190 is not strong for my body weight in back squat. Like really, it's not insane.
no, it is insane.
I don't
Like,
know.
you're being way too humble and modest right now. It is insane. Most people cannot squat that much.
In the
No,
power, it's
99% of the population can't.
yes, yeah, but there's no way around it. If I want to jump higher, I'm gonna have to load the barbell up a little bit heavier.
Yeah. And just ensure all your jumping and sprinting and all that sort of stuff stays present
Yeah, that's
to
exactly
ensure it transfers.
because no, that's perfect that you said that because I know some people are gonna hear this. Oh, maybe not people, not the listeners of the JumpX podcast. They're smart people, but I'm just saying, say this gets taken out of context, they'd be like, Tolman Austin said, if I get stronger in my back squat, I'll jump higher. So I'm gonna go do a 5-day a week squat program, and I will jump higher. So please don't take that away. That is not exactly what we're saying. But
Right, because if the priority shifts towards just getting your squat up and jeopardizes your jumping, then it's not necessarily going to transfer.
Hmm.
So, like squatting 5 times a week, yeah, your squat might go up, but it's like if you're not jumping as much, if you're sacrificing that volume too much, there's
Yeah,
not exactly going to transfer as much.
you start shifting your fibers like way too far to the slower end of type 2, even maybe like some upper end of type 1. And it's like, yeah, like you said, you're not actually focusing on the main goal.
Exactly. So that's where someone like you, yeah, if you got your squat from 190 to 210 while keeping the same jumping volume and speed volume, then it's going to transfer somewhat, and you'll probably at the very least jump an inch higher.
210 though, that's bro. I think if I was squatting 210, I don't even know. We'll find out. We'll find out. I'm not going to say anything.
I mean, like that's what it would probably take though for you to jump 50 inches. Like
Yeah,
50 inches
around the
is
210 to 220 range. At around 80 kilos body weight.
like
How?
that's an extreme. That's at a very extreme vertical jump. So you,
Mm,
you have to go to extremes with your training to
yeah,
reach that.
and I think have to be able to power clean like 130.
Your power clean would go up regardless, even if you don't do it.
Yeah,
That's the thing. The only reason it wouldn't go up is because you don't have that. The
practice.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But then again, like if you just power clean for like a month to 2 months, it would probably shoot up like crazy
mm-hmm.
as you start to get more skilled at the movement.
Yeah, well, I didn't power clean for a year and my power clean went up. Go figure.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
Same
Crazy.
happened to me. The same happened to me. Wow, my power went up without training power. Wow.
We kind of ended up talking about the topic that we didn't want to talk about because we're like, it's going to take too long. Like, oh, we don't want to talk about like the force velocity curve.
But the thing is we're talking about like, oh, this shit's so simple and all that. From like the outside listener that's not a trainer and isn't into it as much as we are. Like it's like simple, maybe it's simple to us, but then when we go to write a program, it's not that simple. How things are applied is a little bit more complicated,
Yeah, yeah.
you know?
And I think the
But
best people in the world make hard things look easy.
yeah,
In any sport, in any realm.
it just goes back to like um, putting the ingredients together in the right way at the right time.
No,
So
definitely, definitely. And if you guys are going to take one thing away from this podcast, it would be, if you're ever in doubt on your vertical jump training, don't call JumpX. Go and do 1,000 calf raises every day in the shower, single leg, and you'll be right, bro. You'll be on your way to 50 inches vertical, and
but if you're confused right now and you don't want to have to think about all this shit and you just want to train hard and get fucking results, then let us do all the thinking for you.
mm,
Let us write your program for you.
that's for
You're gonna
that.
get results and hit us up.
Yeah,
Shameless plug right there.
become a part of the team in the community because I reckon the community aspect is one of the best parts about JumpX. Regardless if you're in Perth, Melbourne, Sydney, outside of Australia, United States, you got people all over the world. But yeah, you can still like communicate with all these different JumpX athletes, see how they're training, see how your progress stacks up against theirs, see, what their program looks like. And, you will definitely learn stuff from JumpX training yourself. Like you're just kind of like you're a big fan of this. You're like, you always preach about having like being around the similar minded people and you're gonna like, they're gonna rub off on you. It's the same sort of thing, right?
Well, yeah, if you hang around a bunch of people that are trying to maximize their verticals and are improving a lot and getting better, and you're around those people every week, what do you think is going to happen to you?
Simple.
If you're in an environment with people that are trying to achieve a similar thing, you're far more likely to achieve your goals
Mm-hmm.
because it's just instead of a bunch of like weights holding you down and slowing down progress, it's almost like you've got a sail in the wind now helping you. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So it's kind of like if you're sailing a boat, right? And the people around you are like anchors. I've said this on the podcast before,
Yeah. But go
but
on.
if people around you are like anchors, the boat's just not going to move as fast, right? But if people around you are like trying to achieve a similar thing, have similar mindsets, they're like sails. You're just going to achieve what you want to achieve so much easier without much friction. That's
Resist.
the way of putting it.
Yeah. Mate.
I can put it a number of different ways, but we're going to end the podcast there, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of random little rant of a podcast. Let us know if you guys want to see more of this. And as always, if you guys are looking for training, click the link in our Instagram bio, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.